I think his team's got a great work ethic. They like being around one another. They like being here each and every day, and they definitely bring the right approach to the yard every day. I think we've got tremendous depth on the mound is one thing, tremendous talent on the mound. I think the only thing we lack is experience in certain roles on the weekend and those weekday starters behind Hoffman. But I think there is a lot of talent, and I think, offensively I was very impressed and very pleasantly surprised with the amount of talent we have in place. And the different roles that we can fill, in some spots. The balance, really, left-handed, right-handed offensively was very impressive. Well, I think the main thing, you just have to get guys to buy into their roles and buy into that they're important, whether it be a guy that pinch runs, late in the innings, or, whether it be your leadoff hitter and your center fielder. I think the guys have to value each and every role and be determined that role is going to help us get to the College World Series. And we have enough depth that we can establish some roles up and down the roster, but those guys are going to have to buy into those for them to function properly. Yeah, I think catcher is certainly one. I think when you look at the two young guys and then the old crafty veteran and Sam King and we've got Luke Lowry back there, Travis Watkins, I think that's going to be an interesting battle. And I think the outfield is going to be a very interesting battle. We've got 6 very capable guys out there for 3 spots, and I think it'll be interesting to see who emerges. And really, who emerges early in the year is not necessarily going to be reflective of what it'll be when conference season gets here or, even the postseason gets here. We need all those guys to be good. Well, I think guys get the most out of their development when they're pushed and they feel guys behind them and they know they have to compete for positions. When guys feel, people competing with them on an everyday basis, they get the most out of every day and what we're asking of them.
First and foremost, we come in here day one, want to win a conference championship. And I don't think right now we can look past that. I think once we get there, obviously, our goals then turn to, hosting a super regional and then obviously, going to Omaha and winning a national championship. So just finish. I mean, we started great last year, especially, I think the highlight of the beginning of the season was the Alabama tournament. We played great for 3 games, beat 3 really good teams. But down the stretch, we were just not able to finish. We got to the Carolina Regional, and I think we were the best team there, but, couldn't show up. Did some things, that weren't, necessarily the best things for us at the time. So hopefully, that's what we're, focused more on this year is finishing, a lot stronger than we did last year. So, I think this year we have a bigger core group of guys that want nothing more than to win and win at all costs. And that's probably the biggest thing that's different about, this year's team than last year's team is, all these new guys, they just want to win. They want to do whatever they possibly can to win baseball games. So it's fun to be around, and I think it's going to help us out a lot. Being a better leader, I came into a big Division I program and knew that I was going to be a senior eventually and knew that, I was going to have to lead this baseball team. And, over the summer, I worked on my skills, worked on things I need to do on the field, but more importantly, the mental side of the game and, just being a better leader and trying to do the best thing off the field, more importantly than on the field, to lead these guys and, try to win baseball games.